Hi John, so we're just looking at today's lesson. We're really focusing on this downswing movement, so I want you to make sure that backswing wise as well, just make sure you're definitely keeping that club face square, a little bit shut on the takeaway there. Make sure it's almost facing the ball, that's what we want, so it's not quite as open at the top. But what we really want to do was really give you an idea of, when we get to the top there, why this movement happened we've been talking about. So as we get to the top here, why the arms go over, why that happens, why the club gets outside the line and across it. So when we look at it from here, from the front here, it's very much your top half leading it. Body does very little, hips stay very leveled, hardly move at all. So we wanted to really focus on what created this movement, what happened. Okay, so let's first start. So as he winds up to the top, so his first movement is very much led from here. His lower half kicks in, so his hips and legs drive and shift and into the impact. So you see how his right butt cheek is trying to tuck under, and he tilts his hips and pelvis into the ball there to create that powerful movement. So when we look at an example here as well, this video I've got here of a guy called Trevor Immelman. So as he gets to the top here, his lower half starts first, engaged and kicks in. So you see how into impact his hips are tilted, his right butt cheek's trying to tuck under and gets the club dropping on the inside. So as we look at yourself here, a little bit later on here, so we had a focus of how we're trying to do that. So I gave you the baseball bat first. So what we're trying to create from there is we wind us up to the top there. We get the feeling of that high right feeling. So the hip shift and you tuck the right butt cheek under into the ball there. So it's a movement from the hips rather than the arms. The hips are tucking under and we're creating a lot more of a tilt into the hips there. So when we look at that from down the line here. So because of that movement, we took the right butt cheek under and it really gets the club moving from the inside there. And we also did that with the weight as well. So as we look at it here as well, we have the drill where we had it on the high tee. So as we wound us up to the top, a good turn. Now into the downswing, watch the difference here compared to this first video we had. So the first video was there and over. Whereas we look at the one here, because we're trying to tuck the right butt cheek under, big difference. Look at that club's coming into the ball. Big difference at that point. Massive difference there. Arms are close to the body, right butt cheek's trying to tuck under and create that movement. A lot better. So when we look at it here a little bit later on in the lesson here, it wasn't quite as good, but we're getting there. So we wind it up to the top. Good turn, right butt cheek tucked under, and there comes, it's not as far outside the line. It's still a bit across, but nowhere near as much. So good stuff, John. Well done, mate. Keep working on it, and we'll see you soon.